In this class we are going to discuss about mean or average value of AC. AC is nothing but which is alternating current, you know very well. Alternating current is the current which changes its direction after regular intervals of time and it changes its magnitude continuously with respect to time. So what is the way to find the magnitude of current at a certain instant? Because it changes continuously. The magnitude of alternating current changes continuously, but in the case of DC direct current, it is a steady current. We can easily calculate the value of direct current because it is a steady current. For example, 7 ampere means we can easily calculate that is 7 ampere, but here it increases from 0 to maximum 7, 7 to 0, 0 to minus 7, minus 7 to 0. The magnitude of alternating current keep on changing with respect to time, so we can't able to give a certain value. We can't able to determine the certain value for alternating current because the alternating current keep on changing its magnitude. So what is the way to find the value of alternating current? There is only way, that is we are taking the mean value. If there are number of values, we are able to find only one value, then the only way is to find the average. So this is the way to find here also the average value of AC, mean or average value of AC, because here large number of values of current. I told you one example, 0 to 7 ampere. Here 0 to 7 ampere, 1 ampere, 2 ampere, 3 ampere, 4 ampere, 5 ampere, 6 ampere. Lot of the current is increases and then the current is decreases. So the only way is to find the mean or average value of AC. Okay. How to find the mean or average value of AC here? Because there are two cycles. Look at the diagram. There are one is positive cycle, another one is negative cycle. If we are taking the average, here there are positive currents, here there are negative currents. The positive currents and the negative currents, if you are add and divided by 2, we are taking the mean. The mean value of average, the mean or average value of alternating current over one full complete cycle is 0. Because 50% positive half cycle, remaining 50% negative half cycle. Then we are taking the mean, the average value will be 0. So we do one thing here. What is that? Is we are taking either positive or negative half cycle. We are taking either positive or negative half cycle. Okay, that is the only way to find. That is only way to find mean or average value of AC. Okay, here I'll take the positive half cycles. The average value of AC, it can be written as I average. The average value of AC, I average is equal to sum of all the currents in the positive half cycle divided by the number of currents. Sum of all the currents in the positive half cycle divided by number of currents. Now sum of all the current means what? How to calculate sum of all the current in the positive half cycle? We are now taking the area of the positive half cycle. The area of the positive half cycle. This is the formula to find out area of positive half cycle or negative half cycle. Either you take area of positive half cycle divided by the base length. Base length means the length of the positive half cycle. This is the base length from here to here. This is the base length. So the I average means nothing but mean or average value of AC, which is equal to area of positive half cycle or negative half cycle divided by base length. Because this area of positive half cycle or negative half cycle includes all the currents present in the positive or negative half cycle. If we divide this value with base length, we are able to determine the average value of alternating current. So this is the way to find. Okay. How to find the area of the positive half cycle? we can make use of integral calculus. We can make use of integral calculus. This area, this is an area, this is a irregularly shaped area. This is not a perfect shaped area. So we make use of integral calculus to find the area of the positive half cycle or negative half cycle. So first we want to divide this area into elementary strips. Here I divided in one elementary strip whose width is d theta. And I is the mid coordinate, the mid ordinate of the strip is this is strip. Look at this is strip. Look at the diagram, this is strip. In that strip, d theta is the breadth and I is the length. The mid ordinate is I is the length. So the area dA is, because we are taking only a small area, so it can be written as not A, dA. So first step is to find dA. dA means nothing but which is a small area. dA is nothing but which is a small area. dA is equal to I into d theta. I is the mid ordinate of the d theta. d theta is the breadth. We are taking one elementary strip. Okay, this is one elementary strip, but we want to calculate the total area. How we calculate the total area? dA is equal to I into d theta. Okay. Then I average is equal to, first you want to find area. Area is integral of dA is equal to integral of I d theta. This integral is taken over 0 to pi. 0 to pi. This area is 0 to pi. So the integral is taken over 0 to pi. Don't forget. Here I is the instantaneous value of current. The instantaneous value of current I is equal to Im sin omega t. This we will study in the last video. So I equal to Im sin omega t. Omega t is nothing but Im sin omega t is nothing but theta. So Im sin theta. Substitute these in the expression. Area A is equal to we are taking we are substituting I. So the value of I is Im sin theta into d theta. Integral is taken over 0 to pi. Okay. The next Im is constant, which is taken out of the integration. So 0 to pi sin theta d theta. The integral of sin theta d theta is what? The integral of sin theta d theta is minus cos theta. So Im into minus cos theta. Here the integral is taken out 0 to pi. Substitute the limits. Minus is taken out. So only cos theta is remaining. Substitute the limits. Cos of upper limit pi minus lower limit 0. Cos pi minus cos 0. So the value of cos pi minus Im into the value of cos pi is, cos 180 is nothing but it is minus 1. So this is minus 1, minus cos 0 is 0. So minus of minus what? Sorry, cos 0 is what? Sin 0 is 0. Cos 0 is 1. Yes. So here minus 1 into minus of 1. So minus 1 minus 1 minus 2 into minus Im is equal to 2Im. Minus 1 minus 1 minus 2 into minus Im is equal to 2Im. So now we find the area. But our ultimate aim is to find the average value of AC. So the average value of AC, next step. The average value of AC is equal to area of the positive half cycle or negative half cycle. Here we are taking positive half cycle, which is nothing but 2Im divided by base length. What is the base length? The base length is nothing but 0, here pi. So the base length is also pi. So 2 by pi, that means 2 by 3.14 or 2 by 22 by 7. That will give the value of 0.637 into Im. So the final expression will becomes I average or mean value of AC is equal to 0.637 into Im. So what is the conclusion here? The mean or average value of alternating current is equal to 0.637 times of maximum value of the alternating current. So which is greater, maximum value or average value? Maximum value is greater because the average value of AC is only 63.7% of the maximum value. In this way we calculate the average or maximum value of alternating current. So what we studied in this video, in DC there is a steady current. We are easy to find the value of steady current or direct current, but in alternating current the magnitude of the alternating current keep on changing, so we can't directly measure the alternating current. So we want to calculate the average or mean value of AC, but the average or mean value of AC over one full complete cycle is 0. So we take only one half cycle. It may be a positive half cycle or negative half cycle. So here we are taking positive half cycle. In the positive half cycle, the formula to find out the I average equal to area of positive half cycle by base length. Here area is nothing but sum of all the currents present in the positive half cycle. So we have to find the area of the positive half cycle with the help of integral calculus. So we divide this area into many elementary strips. Here one elementary strip is shown in the figure. The breadth of this elementary strip is d theta and the length is I. So dA equal to I into d theta. But we want to calculate area A. So area equal to integral of dA. Here integration is taken over 0 to pi. So I into d theta. Then substitute the value of instantaneous alternating current. I equal to Im sin theta d theta. Here Im is constant which is taken out of the integration. Remaining sin theta d theta. Integral of sin theta d theta gives minus cos theta. Minus is taken out, remaining cos theta. Substitute upper limit and lower limit. The upper limit is cos pi means minus 1 minus of cos 0 1. So it becomes 2 Im. This is total area. So area of the positive half cycle is 2 Im and the base length is pi 2 Im by pi equal to 0.637 Im. So from this we concluded the average or mean value of alternating current is equal to 0.637 times of maximum value of the alternating current. In case we are taking the negative half cycle, then what will be the value? There is what it mean? There is no big change in the given expression. There is only one change. I average is equal to minus 0.637 Im. Here the negative sign is included. That is the only one change. So in the formula you have to take area of the negative half cycle by base length, then repeat the steps. We will have the answer I average equal to minus 0.637 Im in the case of negative half cycle is taken. Otherwise positive half cycle is taken. The I average is equal to 0.637 Im. So this is about mean or average value of alternating current. Okay, in the next video we are going to study about the RMS value of alternating current. That we are going to discuss in the next video. Till that, thank you my dear students. Bye.